Week 1 of the NFL season has officially ended, and we're going to make sure that we cover the main stories because I have a lot to say about what we're going to talk about in this video. If you guys want to see more NFL or sports coverage in general, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll jump straight in. We're going to kick off this video today with the Miami Dolphins because they played absolutely horrible. I feel so bad for Dolphins fans because it was terrible. Miami Dolphins did not score at all until the fourth quarter, and they scored 8 points for the entire game. It was that bad. They lost 33-8 to the Indianapolis Colts, and a lot of people were talking a lot of trash about the Colts because of their decision to start Daniel Jones, but Daniel Jones kind of diced the Miami Dolphins up. It wasn't really anything that they could do. Miami looked horrible on offense and defense. This was not a pretty game. And honestly, it's looking like it's time for the Dolphins to reset and maybe even look at Tua's replacement. Tua had 114 yards on 14 for 23. He had a touchdown and 2 interceptions. He just didn't play good. And if you saw the game, I didn't really watch the whole game, but I did look through highlights, and I ended up looking through just different clips of the game, and Tua was not throwing good passes. He just wasn't. He was throwing meatballs to the defense. He's not doing good under pressure. It just isn't a good look for this Miami Dolphins team offensively. I think it's time, and it's even worse when you have guys like Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill as your wide receivers. I just don't understand how this Dolphins offense is this bad, but they are terrible. For the Colts side of things, you had 22 for 29, 272 yards and a touchdown from Daniel Jones, and Michael Pittman Jr. had 6 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown himself. The Colts just looked way better on offense. Jonathan Taylor had 71 yards rushing on 18 carries. It is really hard for me to not think that the Dolphins don't need to blow it up. I think that's the big takeaway. It's over in Miami. I think it's time for them to blow it up, and there's nothing they can really do. This is embarrassing. This is an embarrassing loss from a team that's clearly tried to win. They're clearly trying to win a Super Bowl. They're trying to compete. They're trying to contend in the AFC, but it just has not worked out these last couple of years in Miami, whether that be injuries, whether it's time for them to play in some cold weather. It's just whatever the case is, it's coaching, it's quarterback play, it's so many different factors for the Miami Dolphins, but it is absolutely time for that team to blow it up. Next, we're going to talk about the Packers and the Lions. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Green Bay looked great. Defensively, they looked pretty good against a Lions team that I think a lot of people obviously know can score the ball, but I think a lot of people also believe the Lions were going to take a step back. They definitely lost the coordinator, so we knew the Lions were going to take a slight step back, but they're still going to be one of the best teams in the NFC. The Green Bay Packers, however, they just overall looked good. Obviously, the addition of Micah Parsons is going to make things very rough on the NFC North. I don't think they're going to be very happy about having to deal with one of the best pass rushers in the league for the next couple of years. Jordan Love had 16 for 22, 188 yards, and 2 touchdowns. As he just continues, in my opinion, he impresses me in the sense of he has shown that he is a legit starting quarterback. And I know he has his flaws. Every quarterback has their flaws. But a lot of people dogged on Jordan Love when he got drafted. And he has proven that Green Bay maybe just be quarterback heaven while the Chicago Bears are just not. And I think that is quite interesting. Next, we're going to talk about the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. This was the Sunday night game, and this was an amazing game. The Buffalo Bills ended up getting a game-winning field goal, winning 41-40 against the Baltimore Ravens. And this game was pretty crazy for a number of reasons. Josh Allen looked great. Lamar Jackson played well, and honestly, this was a pretty insane game. But the way Baltimore choked this game was just... it feels like they do this every year. It feels like they truly blow a lead that they shouldn't blow every year. I believe that the game was under 4 minutes left and Baltimore was up 40-25. I feel like that's just inexcusable. You just can't lose games like that, especially when the offense puts 40 points on the board. You just can't lose a game like that. Lamar Jackson had 14 for 19. He had 209 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had 70 yards on 6 carries and a touchdown on the ground. Josh Allen had 33 for 46, 394 yards, 2 touchdowns with 30 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Both of them show you why they're top three quarterbacks in the game. I mean, it's pretty much cemented. These two are in the top three when it comes to quarterbacks in the league right now. Baltimore looked good. Derrick Henry had 169 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. He looks like himself. Zay Flowers had 143 yards and a touchdown in the air. Keon Coleman had 112 yards and a touchdown. When you're looking at the offenses, they balled out. Now, the defense is just, they need to tighten up. I mean, you can't give up 40 points, even though considering who the teams are playing, you still cannot give up that many points. And if you're Baltimore, you can't give up 22 points in the fourth quarter. That's inexcusable. 22-6 is the score in the fourth quarter alone. You are not going to win a lot of football games when you're getting outscored that bad in a quarter. So I don't know what Baltimore needs to do exactly to fix that, but you cannot play like that, especially when their defense wasn't playing that bad, generally speaking, for most of the game. But Baltimore let Buffalo do whatever they wanted, along with just mistakes, not being able to pick up a first down late to really ice the game, turning the ball over deep into their territory when the game was on the line. Buffalo just took momentum, and it was just too much for Baltimore to overcome. Anyway, let me know what you guys think for week 1. How do you guys think these teams are going to fare going on to the rest of the season? Do you guys want me to cover a specific team? Do you guys want me to cover different types of games? Let me know in the comments below. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.